Thelonious Monk is my favorite musician of all time. This is no lie. When I first heard Monk, it was around midnight. And I thought to myself, this here cat, I like what he was putting down, because when I ultimately heard him, the first thing I heard was the... and I like that stride, how he kind of went into the stride, a la Willie the Lion Smith, who was a mentor of his. Echoes of Spring comes to mind when I think of Willie the Lion Smith. James P. Johnson, who lived in Jamaica, Queens, where I am right now. Fats Waller, who also lived in this particular area. And when you listen to those cats put down what they were doing, they were doing the stride piano. And Monk, although Monk did what was called bebop, and a lot of people considered what he did bebop. Some people didn't necessarily consider him a bebop musician. Some people always felt as though he took stride and put stride into what he was doing and always kept it there, as a foundation. Thelonious Monk's music, bar none, is a microcosm of life. Take a song like Introspection. Original composition, beautiful melody. You don't know when it's going to ascend. You don't know when it's going to descend. You don't know what it's going to do. But you're following it because it got the rhythm. I want to say Art Blakey's on the drums on that. What he does is he takes a beautiful melody. But what he does with that beautiful melody is he puts, dissonance in it. That's what life is. Monk's music is a microcosm of life. Nobody's life is perfect. At some point, you're going to have some dissonance. And when I listen to Monk compositions, I can't mistake it, because when I hear stuff like Epistrophe, it can't be mistaken. Thelonious Monk is my favorite music composer, because I feel that this here cat, what he was doing, he based a lot of it on unisons. So if you listen to him, Charlie Rouse playing with him, you might have Sonny Rollins playing with him, you might have John Coltrane playing with him, Ernie Henry, played alto with him. He kind of played a melody, and he had those cats kind of do a unison with him. Even when you listen to Brilliant Corners, Ernie Henry on the top, Sonny Rollins on the bottom, Monk is in there kind of doing the accompaniment. Like they say, sometimes it's harder to do unisons than it is to do the harmonies, because you have to sound like a single voice and a single person. So that's the microcosm of life that I think Monk was. Although he was from down south originally, didn't stay there long, of course, but he ended up going to where Lincoln Center is now. I went to LaGuardia High School, where right there, San Juan Hill, that's where Thelonious Monk grew up. Harlem before Harlem, if you will. Coming out of that particular area is he began to personify and embody New York City through music. Because you had blues and you had gospel, because he went on the road with the evangelist doing God. Nobody knows her name, but the evangelist doing the gospel, stride piano. Then also later on he had Mary Lou Williams. He always made it sound like Thelonious Monk's music. He monkicized them, if you will. I love Thelonious Monk. I thought it was really cool what he did at Minton's Playhouse up in Harlem, 118th Street. God bless him. Before Dizzy Gillespie got down there, before Charlie Parker, before Monk was there first. And what Monk was doing was different. And I think that that's what he personifies. Thelonious Monk. Different. He didn't change what he was doing. People changed. The world changed. Their perception of music changed. Came directly to what he was doing. He got his just due to an extent. The Brilliant Corners album, and of course later Straight No Chaser, being accepted overseas, Asia, Paris. Thelonious Monk is the man. I'm TL Cross. Hope you enjoyed it. God bless you.